This video is sponsored by Nvidia GeForce Now. These are 50 widely unknown things you probably didn't know existed in Destiny 2. My social media delivered the most insane secrets, useful tips, tricks, and hidden mechanics, and then I spent an entire week doing more research and compiling an ultimate list for this video. Some of these things are just useless fun facts, but others can actually really help you in-game. Like, did you know that if you throw a smoke at an enemy tether, it will just disappear? Did you know about this Mark All Scene button in your collections to make everything stop flashing the new item indicator? Would you like to pick up all your bounties while in orbit and never visit a vendor again? Whether you're a brand new casual, a solo player, or even a hardcore veteran, I guarantee you'll learn something cool and useful in this video, but if you somehow don't learn anything, please send me a message because I want to hire you to help me make my videos. I've ordered this video by starting out with slightly more commonly known things and then progressing towards the most obscure secrets that almost nobody knows, so be sure to stick around until the end to catch the most useful and yet unknown information. The first thing is that IS Luna is actually just Hawkmoon, except mini. Apart from having basically the same exact weapon model, IS means Hawk and Luna means Moon, so if you put the two together, IS Luna really just means young Hawkmoon. If you equip an anti-barrier mod from the seasonal artifact, you can just shoot right through a ton of things, including the Cabal shields, Hydra shields, Hobgoblin invincibility, and it even makes you deal extra damage to Titan barricades in PvP. I was so surprised when my primary weapon started dealing yellow critical damage and absolutely melting Titan shields in the Crucible. Did you know that you can play Destiny 2 on PC without actually having a PC? You can play Destiny from your phone, Shield TV, Chromebook, Mac, or even your ancient laptop and still get the high performance of a powerful gaming PC. This is possible through Nvidia GeForce Now and their new 3080 plan that offers up to 1440p resolutions and 120 FPS gameplay. It is essentially a GPU in the cloud that can transform any of the devices I just mentioned into a high-end gaming machine. In fact, the entirety of this video was recorded using Nvidia GeForce Now, and they are today's sponsor. Members of the 3080 plan get unlimited 8-hour sessions, full control over game settings, and 120 FPS at 1440p resolution with RTX on at $99.99 every 6 months. Alternatively, the priority plan gives server access for 6-hour sessions and RTX on gameplay for just $9.99 a month. I'm really impressed by the performance of my 3080 plan because I'm able to do basically everything I would normally do with no lag issues. For example, I played some PvP, and here's another thing. You can thunder crash yourself way over here on the Radiant Cliffs map and explore all around Old Mercury. It's pretty awesome, and you can even do some tree climbing while you're over here. So anyway, if you're interested in Nvidia GeForce Now, just click the link in my description and let's get back to more cool things you didn't know about Destiny 2. So did you know it's possible to store nearly unlimited Glimmer even after you reach the Glimmer cap? You can just buy a bunch of this Sparrow from your Collections tab and then dismantle it whenever you want Glimmer. This will take some vault space and you'll lose 1/3 of the Glimmer in the process, but who cares? It's still basically free Glimmer that you wouldn't have had without this method. The next one I feel like I totally have to mention in this type of video. When looking at weapon icons, the ones with barrels pointing up and to the left are the ones in the kinetic slot, while the ones pointing to the right are in the energy slot. Since the game doesn't really tell us about this, a lot of people don't realize it, and I even saw a Twitter thread with a bunch of people just figuring it out. It's just a cool thing to know, and it can certainly come in handy when you're doing inventory and vault management. How many Cade 6 memorials have you spotted in the tower? It turns out there is an Ace of Spades plaque next to Zavala, a chicken where Cade used to be stationed, an actual photo of him in the ramen shop, and his cloak now hangs with Amanda. There is actually a Destiny tricorn logo on the bottom of this astronaut's boot during the opening game cinematics, and when he steps on Mars, it leaves the Destiny logo in his footprint. When you're in between activities, you can use your phone to pick up bounties instead of taking a boring and time-consuming trip around to all the vendors. In the Destiny companion app, just tap Vendors, then select one, and then acquire bounties and watch as they effortlessly appear in-game. If you walk over to Saint 14 in the tower, he usually says some random voice line or makes some strange bird noises, but if you equip the helm of Saint 14, he actually recognizes you and changes to this custom voice line.
You look like me. Let us confuse Zavala like this.
There's a secret mechanic on the moon where if you go around and interact with a bunch of these randomly selected orange terminals, a mysterious bridge will spawn and lead you to a small pad that asks you for an offering. If you pay it 5,000 Glimmer, it summons a purple ball in the distance and you can go play with it and kick it around, but it hasn't been proven to have any purpose as of the writing of this video. You can preview transmat effects and Sparrow boosting visuals while in the menu by right-clicking on PC or hitting the swap weapon button on controller. Sometimes you'll miss the transmat effect or it will get cut off while it's still loading, so it's nice that we can replay it and see the full animation and get a good idea of what it actually looks like. The following weapons are full auto, meaning that you can just hold down the trigger. Xenophage, Last Word, Symmetry, and Bad Juju. Some of you probably think this is obvious, but a surprising amount of people seem to still not know some of these. You can emote while on your Sparrow, and successfully completing an airborne Sparrow trick returns some of your Sparrow energy that you can use to boost or dodge from side to side. You can summon your ship while at the tower to see it up close in all its glory. At first I was extremely confused because if you have the VSync setting turned off, your ship will be invisible. So if you want to do this one, just turn VSync on and look how beautiful and clear it looks on Nvidia GeForce Now. You don't need to equip the highest power level gear to get high level drops. As long as you have the highest level gear in your inventory, new drops will still be high level. This worked differently in D1 and can also be confusing to new players, so I just thought I'd throw it in here. Destiny has some absolutely fantastic voice actors, including Lenny James, who plays Lord Shaxx, and also Morgan from The Walking Dead. This next one is pretty crazy, but did you know that you can bank your gambit motes before you're at maximum capacity? I know, really mind-blowing stuff right here. If you destroy a Stasis Bleak Watcher turret in PvP, you can activate your damage perks like Kill Clip and Rampage. Speaking of Kill Clip, it has a problem where it cannot be refreshed while still active. To avoid this problem, you can simply switch to another weapon before reloading, and then it will be able to refresh 100% of the time even if the text doesn't show up on screen. In Dares of Eternity, if you simply walk backward into the launcher and hold the backward button the entire time, you will make it through 99.999% of the time. On the other hand, if you're in the mood for a little bit of trolling, try putting a Warlock healing grenade near the man cannon. Without fail, this will cause your entire team to die when they go through the launcher.
Go down.
When you go on a 20 kill streak in Iron Banner, Saladin occasionally makes an Overwatch reference as he says,
Die.
This is because Reaper from Overwatch also says that when activating his ultimate. The voice actor Keith Ferguson does both characters, so it's pretty cool to see this crossover in Destiny 2. So you know when Xur is all the way up there where you see those name tags on the EDZ? Well, instead of doing parkour up the mountain, you can actually just drive your Sparrow in this convenient little cave that leads right up to him. Unless you actually enjoy jumping up the mountain, and in that case, go right ahead. Every weapon has hidden stats that aren't visible in-game. You can go to websites like D2 Gunsmith or LightGG to see some of them like aim assist and recoil direction, but there are even more stats that only Bungie has access to. Many of the tower frame robots are wearing the Twilight Garrison. This is a Titan exotic armor piece from Destiny 1 that gave them an in-air dodge ability akin to the Icarus Dash. Can I just steal one of these Twilight Garrisons for myself? Sound effects in Destiny are super cool and provide tons of information. In PvP, your opponents are louder than your teammates. There's actually kind of an echo delay effect to indicate when a sound originated from far away, and there is also this sound to indicate when a super expires. There is a secret Destiny branded ball that looks like the Traveler. To spawn it at the tower, you simply need to move different balls to different locations. The purple ball goes to Saladin, the green ball goes to this corner by Tess, the black ball goes to the top of the tower by this flag, and the blue ball goes in between Zavala and Shaxx. Then a ton of massive fireworks go off in the sky and it summons the huge Traveler ball that has the Destiny logo on it. You can double your enhancement cores for the cost of just one prism. You can do this however much you like, and since prisms are capped at 50, you might as well get some free enhancement cores. To do this, simply upgrade a blue to level 8 and then dismantle it. In your settings, you can map multiple actions to the same button on either console or PC. For example, I have a custom setup where my interact button is R2, the same button as my ADS. This comes in super handy in trials because it lets me revive my teammates and also aim and kill people at the exact same time without pressing any additional buttons. There is this chat window in the bottom right of the screen and it can sometimes get annoying, but you can hide and unhide it by pressing L. As far as I know, this isn't possible on console yet. Someone leave a comment down below. The height of your jump in Destiny depends on how long you hold down the jump button. For example, if I just tap my jump on my Hunter, I go this high, but if I hold it down for both the normal and the double jump, I go much higher. Just look at this difference. There's apparently a similar effect on Titans and Warlocks, so it's still possible to skate on them even with the high mobility stat. Okay, this one is wild. When a Hunter casts their stasis super called Silence and Squall, it is actually possible to mantle and walk onto the Squall part of it. I never would have expected this to work, but here we are. There are multiple secret tower rooms to explore and use the next time you want to play hide and seek in the tower. Just head up these stairs into the tower annex, jump over these pipes, head over here, and then enter into this secret back room. You can also go over to the hangar and explore several different rooms and corridors. It's even possible to go all the way to this window where you can see the outside of the tower, and this is what it looks like from the outside. There are some insanely cool weapon cosmetic details that you almost certainly missed. For example, when you pick up the telemetry on Lorentz Driver, it actually hangs on the end of the weapon. These bars on Coldheart fill up to indicate when it reaches full power, and these other bars deplete to indicate how much ammo is left in the magazine. Two-tailed Fox has this fox icon that lights up when you aim onto a target. Rat King has an actual piece of cheese on the end of it, and the fluids inside Omelon weapons actually react to gravity and your movement. You can destroy turrets and these launcher things on ships. These dish out a ton of damage, so taking them out will probably save your life. There are a couple enemy crit spots that often get overlooked. For example, you can shoot in the middle of Cabal shields to instantly break them, and the Scorn Ravagers have these little lanterns that you can shoot to cause massive explosions. This Stasis variant will freeze opponents, but the Solar variant creates a big damaging explosion. The next potentially useful trick that people still don't know about is how to use a primary weapon. In all seriousness, you can slide just before activating your super to maintain momentum and avoid dying while in the animation. This is probably most common on Golden Gun, but you can also do it with Arc Strider and Burning Maul. You can also do this for Warlock Rifts and Titan Shields just by holding the forward button while you pop the ability. Unfortunately, the Rift and Shield part doesn't exactly work on the default controller bindings, but it's easy to do if you change your bindings to something else. In the tower, there's this sign that says it has been 1 day since the last accident, but if you fall off the tower, it will change to 0 days since the last accident. When doing lost sectors for exotics, you can send them to your postmaster and then wait to open them later to get the exact reward that you want. This can be super helpful and save you a ton of time because you can farm lost sectors on a day when it's an easy one or it's just convenient for you, and then open the engrams when the rotation is on the loot that you actually want. If you somehow don't have enough mod components, just dismantle the sweaty confetti. It will give you some. If you aim down sights, it will help you find stuff like resources, special ammo in PvP, quests, and anything else that has an icon like this. The higher the zoom on your weapon, the better it will be at detecting these things. If you're looking to improve in Destiny PvP, you can get your gameplay reviewed by people and receive meaningful and constructive feedback so that you can take your game to the next level. Just join the Discord server at discord.gg/shadowdestiny. And even if you don't want your gameplay reviewed, you should still join the Discord. It's a great community of Guardians. When using a controller, if you pull the trigger just slightly but not enough to fire a hand cannon, the hammer will visually move just a little bit. Would you like any of the emblems that are on screen right now? Honestly, some of these are extremely cool, and the best part about it is that you can get any or all of them instantly and for free. These are only obtainable by redeeming special codes on Bungie's website. I'll put the codes in the video description so you can get them, and while you're down there, I'd really appreciate if you took a second to lightly tap the like button. It really helps grow my channel, and we're on the road to 100k subscribers. When you're using the charged hunter throwing knife, all you have to do is press the super button in order to cancel it. This is really useful because sometimes you decide that you don't want to throw your knife after starting the animation, and this allows you to avoid wasting it. If you play any PvP at all, I have something really special for you. I made a video detailing literally all of the top 50 most important PvP strategies that you need to be a top player, and that video is on screen now. If you're like me from a few years ago and you don't have a gaming PC, be sure to check out Nvidia GeForce Now through the link in the description, and massive thanks to them for sponsoring today's video.